Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Yummy and Delicious. Today we're going to be making Ofe Nsala, which is also known as white soup. If you want to know how I made this soup, join me as we get into the video. I'll be making this soup with goat meat and beef. First of all, I will be cooking my beef first because it's usually tougher than the goat meat. The goat meat I do use is always tender, so I have to cook my beef to an extent before adding the goat meat. First, I will be adding the onions and then my Maggi cubes. These onions are optional. If you don't want to use onion, you can skip that part and use just the Maggi and the salt. I just added salt now. And then if you have your pepper, you can add it at this point and reserve some for later. I'll be adding peppers to this dish later on, not now. So after stirring, we need to cover it up and wait for it to cook through. Once the beef has boiled for like 5 to 10 minutes, open it, give it a quick stir, and then we'll be introducing our water. Remember, initially when we started cooking this beef, we didn't add any water. It was the beef that released its own water. So at this point right now, we need to be adding water and then stir it one more time. Cover it and allow it to cook for 10 minutes before introducing our stockfish fish. Mind you, this stockfish has already been properly washed and cleaned before adding to the dish. We need to add the stockfish early. It's usually hard, so we need to introduce it early and allow it to cook through for some time before adding any other thing. If you've watched my video to this point, thank you so much and may God bless you. I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to click on the subscribe button below to subscribe to my channel. I am begging you guys, this is a new channel. Please support me by clicking on the subscribe button below to subscribe to my channel. It won't take you anything at all. They're not charging any fee. You're not paying for any bill, nothing at all. Just click on the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel. And please don't forget to turn on your notification bell so anytime I post a new video, you'll be notified ASAP. So right now that our beef and stockfish are cooked halfway, let us introduce the goat meat. I told you guys that this goat meat is very tender, so you wouldn't be cooking it for long. So right now I'm introducing the goat meat, and I will still be seasoning it because the seasoning I've added to this dish won't be enough to cook the goat meat and give it a good flavor and taste. So I'll be adding extra Maggi cubes. You can see it. I'll be adding extra Maggi cubes, and then I will add a little water. That water needs to cover the goat meat. It needs to cover the goat meat so that it can cook through and all the ingredients and flavors will enter into every part of the goat meat. Yes. Once you've added a little water to your dish, next is to give this dish a good stir. Make all the ingredients marinate so well into the dish, and then we should cover and allow it to cook. While we're waiting for the meat to cook properly, let's prep other ingredients. So we have our uziza seed, our efu, and this other one. If you have your blender, you can quickly blend this into a powder form. If you don't have, you can pound on your mortar. It will still give you the same powder form. Then you add it to the dish. This will release flavors, good aromas inside our dish. So this is me adding the seeds which I've already blended to a powder form. Once you've added, then you put this one without blending it. We don't blend it, we just add it to the dish. Sometimes you use it again, but I'm just using this one once. We go in with our pepper, and then we give it a quick stir. After adding the pepper, give it a quick stir. Then we cover and allow it to boil for like another 10 minutes. This other ingredient, I forgot the name. Please don't worry. Pardon me. I will still find the name and put it in the description. So this soup needs thickener, and I will be using the yam as the thickener. You can boil this yam inside the soup, or you can boil this yam somewhere outside the soup. You can just boil it on another pot. It's still the same thing. It's going to still give us the same result. If you look well at our dish, you can see that the yam is just on top. The yam is just on top of the meat. We need the water to cover the yam, so we'll be adding a little more water. Please, while you add the yam, make sure the water is covering the yam so that it can cook properly. It wouldn't take time to cook. So once the water has covered the yam, you can now cover the pot and allow it to boil for like another 15 minutes. A quick reminder, if you are seeing my video for the first time, seeing my cooking for the first time, or hearing my voice for the first time, please click on that subscribe button below to subscribe to my channel. Please support me by clicking on the subscribe button, and please don't forget to turn on your notification bell so anytime I post a new video you'll be notified ASAP. So right now our yam is ready. You can see the fork going in and out of the yam, which shows the yam is ready. The next thing we are going to do is to remove this yam. You can, if you have your blender, you can transfer the yam to the blender and blend it to a smooth paste. But if you don't have your blender, a blender that can blend this yam so well to a smooth paste, please pound it. For those of us that don't have blender, please, you can use your mortar to pound this yam. So I'll be using mortar to pound this yam to a smooth paste. I won't add any water when I will be pounding it. I will just pound just the yam and it will still come out very smooth. So while we're waiting for the yam to get ready, let's introduce other ingredients into the pot. First, we need to go in with our dried fish. This is my dried fish, but it's a very soft dried fish. It doesn't take time to cook. Then we'll be adding our spicy Cameroon pepper. This is the dry Cameroon pepper, just to make it a little bit spicy and hot. And then we'll be going in with our crayfish. At this point, we'll be adding as much crayfish as you want into your soup. When you've done that, the next thing is to stir everything together and allow it to cook. You can still adjust your salt at this point if you feel it's not enough. So this is my pounded yam. I couldn't blend it like I said before. It was pounded and I need to scoop it little by little so it can melt into our cooking and serve as a thickener in this soup. So we need to give it a quick stir, cover it and allow it to boil for like 10 more minutes. Right now we're going to check on our soup and you can see that our soup is already thickened. Is thickened. This is what the yam does to the soup. It serves as a thickener. Our soup is already thickened, even though some people do make their soup thicker than this, but for me this consistency is okay for me. This is how I love my soup. Next, I'll be adding the last but not the least ingredient, which is the uziza leaf. You can still add a little bit of ugu if you have, or you just add this uziza leaf. That is enough. If you also have utazi leaf, that is the bitter one, you can still add a little bit because it's usually bitter. A little bit of it is okay, and our soup is looking so yummy, so delicious. So this is me serving our yummy and delicious Ofe Nsala, also known as the white soup. Will you be eating this soup or will you pass? Let us know in the comment section. Will you be trying this dish? If yes, which swallow will you be trying this soup with? Please let us also know in the comment section. Don't forget to always subscribe and share my video. Like and share my video. Thank you for watching, guys. I actually paired this soup with correct fufu. So guys, let's know your opinion in the comment section. See you in my next video.